All right, hello again. We've already finished our unit on measurement. At the beginning of the year, we did a science unit on measurement. And then, of course, we're towards the end of the year, and we're doing measurement in math. So I wanted to kind of go over a few problems to make sure that everybody is paying attention to the answer choices and using process of elimination. So I'm going to go ahead and read through this problem and show you how I would solve it. Mrs. Starrett flew 2,230 blank to Washington State for the holidays. Yards, centimeters, miles, or meters. Now, what I always tell the students is, like I said, go through that important information. We know that she flew. If you're flying in an airplane, you know that it's not going to be centimeters. So we can go ahead and cross that off. And she's going to Washington State. Now, we have to go through and figure out which one of these makes the most sense. It couldn't be yards. A yard is only from a doorknob down to the floor. That's our benchmark for yard. So we know that she's not going to get in an airplane and fly 2,230 yards. Miles might make sense. We know that anytime we have to get into a vehicle, a car, plane, train, anything like that to go anywhere, that we're probably going to be traveling in miles. And it definitely couldn't be meters. Meters and yards have the same benchmark. They're about the same. They're not exactly the same, but they're similar, so we know that it couldn't be that answer either. So our answer is miles. I'm going to go down and I'm going to solve another problem for you guys. And this is an estimation problem, and a lot of our students get tripped up on these because they forget to use their benchmarks. Shannon needed to measure her bed so that she could buy the correct size bedspread. Which is the best estimate for the length of her bed? A lot of students get tripped up on this word right here. A lot of students don't call it a bedspread, they call it something else. So make sure that you're explaining to your students that there might be some vocabulary words in these math problems that they don't understand. But if it's not completely related to the question, tell them not to worry about it. For instance, we're just looking for the best estimate for the length of her bed. So they don't even really need to know what a bedspread is. We're just looking for the best estimate, which we know is a guess for the length of her bed. So we're going to go through and see 6 meters. The students should know that, like I said in the previous problem, a meter is about the distance between a doorknob and the floor. Well, if you think about that, 6 of those, that would be like half of a bedroom. So we know that her bed's probably not going to take up that much space. So 6 miles, definitely not. That's way too much. So I like to tell the students to go ahead and write out why that's wrong. So that's way too much. You have to drive. You drive miles. You're not going to drive across your bed. 6 feet. Students know that the benchmark for feet is their fingertips to their elbow. So that might make sense, 6 feet, if they thought about how long that is. That might be the answer. Or 6 centimeters. Remember, a centimeter is the width of our pinky. So from here to here is a centimeter. And it's definitely not going to be 6 centimeters because that's way too small. So really, the most thing that they're going to get confused about is feet and meters. But you want to remind them that it's a bed, so, you know, things like that. It's a bed, so 6 feet really is the best answer. Okay. So I'm probably going to revisit measurement in a few other videos. So I just wanted to show you 2 very basic measurement problems that will probably be showing up on tests in the future.